Emil, thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
Doing good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome. Good to hear. So, Emil, would love to get to know you as a person a little bit more. So, could you start off by just telling myself and the viewers a little bit about yourself? Where you're from, what your life looks like outside of trading.
Okay, yeah. So I began trading in about 2020 because of the quarantine, and
Yeah,
I just stuck to it. It's like a virus. Like once you get infected to it, you can't forget about trading, you know? But
absolutely.
I I live in the US in Florida. I'm from Florida. So that's what I do. And on my free time, I like to work out, That's about it.
Awesome. And what kind of work did you do before trading, or were you a student, or
I was in school, but I did have a job before
yeah.
I was like a full-time trader. So I did work in the airport here in Orlando. So
Ah,
that's what I
nice.
did.
Oh, I've been there a few times. Maybe I bumped into you. Who knows?
Who knows?
Awesome stuff. And then, during COVID, naturally you got into trading. How long did it take you, would you say, until you started, say, seeing results and saying, okay, this could actually be a full-time job here?
I started seeing results last year exactly. Just
Oh,
last
wow.
year. So 1 year ago exactly, and that's when I actually quit my job as well. So that makes sense.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So now you're a full-time trader, living the dream, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's
That's
right.
amazing. Well, I mean, that's incredible that you can make a full-time income out of it. It takes a lot of guts to do that as well, because so many
Yes,
people,
sir.
they start seeing results, but then they keep their day job and they don't go all into trading. And neither is right
That's
or
right.
wrong. You can do both sides, but fair play to you for, taking that risk, and it's clearly paying off quite well for you. So that's absolutely awesome. And you mentioned you were a student. What did you study? Was it anything like finance related, or was it completely off topic from trading?
It was just high school. That's it. I
Oh,
didn't go to
okay,
college
gotcha.
actually.
Oh, okay, no worries, no worries.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's it.
Good stuff. So
Hmm.
during COVID, I remember trading kind of blew up, right? Like all of a sudden, before
Yeah.
COVID, people kind of knew what it was, but if you mentioned Forex, people weren't really sure. And then COVID happened, and all of a sudden, Forex became like, the buzzword basically. Um,
100%.
do you remember how, like, what actually led you into Forex? Was it a random ad? Was it just were you scrolling one day and you saw something? What actually got you into trading?
From what I remember, it was actually both. I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw a video and I clicked on it. And I'm pretty sure it was also like in quarantine. I just also searched up on YouTube how to make money online. Like, how can I make
Nice.
money online? How to make money online? And then I just stumbled upon trading and I got infected, like I said, by the virus.
A better virus than COVID, thankfully.
Yes.
Oh dear, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Hmm.
Do you have any? So you've been doing it then naturally, I guess like 4 or 5 years then, right? So do you
Yes.
have any defining moments in your trading career that kind of good or bad? I mean, it could have been like a really great win, a really bad loss, something that just changed you as a trader and made you, I guess, a better trader overall.
Good question. Yes. For me, in my case, it's actually learning how to read the macroeconomic news and
Yeah,
information as well around the world, so I can read specifically the dollar index. So that for me, that alone, it's like that framework allowed me to just focus on that, and then everything else comes after the macroeconomic news. Because if I can
yeah.
understand the macroeconomic news, I can understand the direction of the dollar on a higher time frame, like the monthly, weekly, and everything after that becomes super, super, pretty easy in my opinion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And naturally, in everyone's trading journey, there's a lot of setbacks, a lot of drawbacks. What were the pain points when you were starting? Like, what were you struggling with as a beginner trader? What kept pushing you back?
The pain points was just actually the exact opposite of that, which is just being a pure technical, lower time frame, smart money trader. That's
Yeah,
that's that's actually where I came up, like trading the smart money concepts and just the lower time frames. And no new, not no. macroeconomic readings, just pure technicals on the lower time frame, and that just did not work at all. It did
Yeah,
not.
yeah. So I'm assuming today you're more of an intraday or swing trader.
Intraday, yeah.
Yeah,
Intraday.
intraday. Yeah,
Hmm.
no, absolutely. Scalping is very tough. I
Yeah.
always say to beginners as well, start becoming a swing trader. If you can be a swing trader, try intraday. If you're happy with intraday and it feels right, because you get some decent opportunities, you know. But if you want to go really, you know, adrenaline full on, then become a scalper. But don't jump into becoming a scalper on your first day.
No,
That that's disaster territory.
that's right.
Out of curiosity, what instruments do you like to trade? Which ones are your favorite?
It's about three, so it's about gold, EU, and GU. So the pound dollar, gold, and the euro dollar as
Euro
well.
dollar.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I do trade UJ,
Yep. Yep.
USDJPY, but it's very rare, super, super rare. That's
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. No, fair play. Gold's a nice one. It moves a
Yeah,
lot. And then a euro and a pound, they're very similar in their movement. So
right.
you can almost a lot of
Okay.
the times you can kind of if you just analyze both the charts of the pound and the euro, sometimes one pair will move before the other, and you can kind of already figure out, okay, if the pound's already going up, there's a good chance the euro might start soon, and
That's right.
you can kind of catch it before it happens. So it's actually nice to look at both. It doesn't always happen like that, but sometimes you get some pretty good opportunities on a silver
That's right.
platter by analyzing both.
Hmm.
So awesome stuff. Um, when you started, did you just kind of, was it trial and error for you, or was there a particular mentor you followed or communities or something?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I kind of leached onto the smart money concepts type of thing, but it didn't work. And then I also really took seriously ICT, if you know who that
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I took his content very seriously, like his core content, and that's actually where I kind of got that framework of trying to read the macroeconomic views because I watched one video about of his. I don't recall exactly which one it was, but it just kind of opened my eyes to looking at the market from like a bigger perspective. And after that, like I said, it became a lot easier. I don't trade everything of his concept, but that alone really
Yeah.
like turned my trading around, which was, I guess, thanks to him. I guess you could say, or his content. You could say that.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And this is exactly it. Like you don't have to copy someone's strategy or blueprints exactly, but sometimes pulling parts that you really like and then kind of gluing it together with other concepts and kind of you make your own strategy. And that's usually far
Yeah.
better than just trying to copy someone else's exact strategy. So that's awesome.
Hmm. Right.
Emil, I would love to know a little bit about your strategy. Is it possible you could pull up your charts and show us, you know, what you would look for on a day-to-day basis?
The macroeconomic views, it's kind of tough to show it on the chart, to be honest. So I'm not sure how I can.
Sure, sure.
What I pay the most attention to is actually the US dollar because I mean I live in the US and it just makes sense to me and the US is the reserve currency of the world so that means something too. As we can see from the very beginning of 2025 we've been on a decline because the
Hmm.
dollar is just is they're struggling, right? The dollar is struggling, gold is up, you know, lots of spending, a lot of even more debt. It's just nonstop. But for this week and moving forward, what I'm looking at actually is, for example, the Fed cut coming up on the I think the 16th or 17th of September. So that's what I have my eyes on. We are expecting a rate cut, actually, interest rate cut on the dollar, which should rally it. So we have been on a deep decline. We have a little nice swing low here. We actually kind of have like a little head and shoulder pattern with this low here, this low here. Let
Yeah.
me actually draw it out. This low here, this low here, this low
Hmm.
here. I am definitely expecting this trend to continue because again, the macroeconomic like state of the dollar is just I don't really see it getting strong. But for September specifically, like if we go to the monthly, like this little tiny candle, I'm not 100% sure if I should be bullish, but as of right now, I am bullish because we are expecting a rate cut in September which should
Yeah.
again rally the dollar. So what that means for my trading is I'm bullish. Simple as that. I'm bullish.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as
So
simple as that.
because it's obviously a DXY, so the dollar. So when you're trading gold, you would then be bearish more likely on gold because gold's obviously inverse of it's a safe haven,
Yeah.
right? So yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Again,
Nice.
it's a very short-term concept, but obviously I do have to trade the short term as well because I am an intraday trader. So that's that.
Sure, sure. Yeah. No, really good stuff. So once you have your bias, so right now you have a more of a long bias and a short bias for the dollar coming
Yeah.
up. What would you
Hmm.
look for on a day to day? Like imagine you want to place a trade on GU, EU or gold or whatever pair.
Let
Like
me
what would
move
you how would you
this.
break down the chart and kind of get your entry and what are you looking for, if that makes sense?
Okay, so here is the pound dollar, and then
Hmm.
this is the euro dollar. I was just messing around with this.
No, no, it's all good.
Okay, so as we can see today, it kind of already begun that dollar bullishness. Like it was a crazy news event today, about three in the morning for
Yep.
the pound dollar. So you can see here. About 3 in the morning, had a
Oh,
crazy
wow.
tank. So that's already beginning the journey for the bullish dollar in my
That's
eyes,
it.
right? So
Yep.
we can go to the daily here. So we have been very choppy here, as you can see, very choppy. But I don't really care. So here's Monday, which is yesterday. Which so this is this little. Let me map it out. So this is the weekly opening price right here.
Hmm.
That's the weekly opening price. I like to map that out, weekly opening price. And then so we rallied above it and now we have gone below it. So what this means is it's called this is a ICT concept, but it just means a Judas swing. So it's a fake move before the real move.
Hmm.
So here we went up before we went down. So now this black candle right here in my eyes is like a shift in market structure, right? And it means that this down move should continue towards this area down here and potentially even these little equal lows. That's what I'm looking at. Now,
Yeah,
is that going to happen? I'm not sure, but I will definitely be looking at it and be looking to take shorts 100%. So
absolutely.
so now that we have this, like I guess you could say confirmation, you could call it, you just start to dig in deeper, and then
Hmm.
after that, you just use time, right? So right now it is about 8 in the morning Eastern time, which is prime New York session. But obviously, if you didn't catch that move, selling here is like selling low. So what in my trading, obviously, I would just wait for the Asian session and then just short the daily range. So
Mm.
like right after the candle opens, which is around 6 p.m. Eastern time. I wait about an hour, about 7 p.m., and I just place a short, right? With a nice big stop loss, 30 pip stop loss, and then you just short it. You go for a 1-to-1, 1-to-2, simple. If it gets stopped out, you try again, of course, because we trust the bias.
Yep. Very
Yeah, because
nice.
this to me is pretty strong. Like that looks pretty strong to me to continue to
Definitely.
go lower for this week. So I would definitely be looking for shorts, but as of for today, it is a little bit late. It looks like it is also like running out of steam. So I will just wait until 7 p.m. today, and I'll hop on a short on Juve, no doubt about it. So that's about like my thought process. Like very. I'm just thinking about the direction of the dollar. And
Yeah.
however I come up with that direction, it can vary sometimes, but that's about it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're trading pure naked charts. I don't see any indicators, nothing like that. Also, I love the
No,
color of the charts, the green and black.
I
Very
know it's
nice.
super nice. Yeah.
Really nice color scheme. So yeah, pure naked charts, and then like you said, you're figuring out the longer bias, a longer term bias, and then you're basing it on time as well. So that's awesome. Is there any kind of and then you do like a top-down analysis. How low down do you go? Is it like the hour chart will be the lowest time frame, or
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. You
yeah?
got it.
And would you wait for like a particular candle to close and then you'll make your decision, or it doesn't really matter for
No,
you?
it doesn't really matter, no.
Nice, nice. Well, that's really interesting. Really awesome. Have you placed a trade on? Is it possible you could show us like an example of a trade you did place in like the last week or two or whatever, just like on the chart, um, just to kind of show the viewers of how one of your trades would look like in terms of how long they
Let's
run.
move it.
Um, if you kind
Yeah,
of roughly remember, you don't have to.
let
Get
me
the
see
get
here.
the time and the price exactly right, but just like a rough kind of
So in the past, obviously, I wasn't as bearish on I guess you could say gold or bullish on the dollar because it was still just rallying and it wasn't even September yet, which is when the rate cuts are going to happen. I mean, we're all expecting a rate cut, but
Yeah.
my last trade was actually over here. It was a short right here,
Oh,
right
nice.
at the market opening, right there.
Beautiful. And then
That's it. Yeah,
where
I mean,
so in
go
a
ahead.
in a trade like that, how would you set your stop loss? Like what is the logic that you use to set a stop loss? Because it's kind of hard because we were quite high up. There was no real structure to the left. So
Hmm.
what went through your mind in terms of setting the risk on a trade like that?
Yeah, so this is like I mean, it was my previous trade, which is why I'm mentioning it. But the idea of it was like a little, you could say like a cheeky trade, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like a counter trend trade, not really supposed to be like a long move. It was just like a little scalp, you could call it just like an intraday move, right? I go short
Yeah.
around the opening, like 7 p.m. Eastern, which is this candle right there, right? And then you just write it down a little bit. You know, you catch it, you catch and pip, which is what I did. This actually
Nice.
ended up being a little tiny winner.
Ah, really nice, really nice. Well, that's
Yeah.
awesome. It's nice that you are willing to kind of like you said, do a few cheeky trades here and there. I mean, every trader does it. Any trader that claims, they never do something like that is not being entirely truthful.
Right, exactly.
We all do a little bit of cheeky trades. That's absolutely cool. And yeah, it worked out nicely for you on that one. Let's see. So in terms of your risk, because obviously risk management is a huge thing in trading, right? Do you have like a particular percentage that you would risk per trade, or is it how do you calculate your risk before you enter?
Yeah, so I mean, for example, on the majority of prop firms, I like to risk honestly them as much as possible to get it to pass as quick as possible. You know,
Yeah.
because I have the capital. I feel like I know what I'm doing. So I usually risk like 2 to 3 actually on challenges.
Oh wow. Okay. And then when you get
Yeah.
funded, do you lower that risk a bit, or is that just in the challenge phase to kind of pass it quicker?
For funded, I don't like to go above 2
Yeah.
unless it's the my first payout with the funded account. Then I sometimes will do 3, but after the first payout, I will never go above 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Keep that risk down. Keep that funded account active. 100%
Yes.
agree with you on that. Challenge phase, sure, like you said, you can speed up the process a bit because not everyone wants to wait, a month or so to pass, and we totally get that. But yeah, no, awesome stuff. I love that. If you have like, let's move on and talk a little bit about psychology because that's a huge part of trading, right?
Yep.
How did you kind of overcome all the negative psychological stuff that trading entails, right? FOMO, greed, you know all the typical emotions. Like, how did you overcome that and be quite disciplined in your
Oof.
trading?
I still am struggling with FOMO 100%. So that one is like ongoing. But in terms of psychology, my confidence, you could say, came from backtesting. So
Mm.
I used like a little program called Effects Replay,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And then I just back testing, you know. For example, I go back to July, right? And then I look at the economic calendar for July. Okay, what was happening around July? Like what was the macroeconomic, right? And then okay, I develop a bias, and then you do it like every single month. You go back, and then you just like kind of map out your statistics. How many times am I right? How many times am I wrong? And if the number is kind of high, well, that's where the confidence is going to come from. In my case, so
Absolutely,
and I mean,
absolutely.
and that's going to make everything else easier in terms of. I mean, I guess you could say FOMO as well, or just like yeah, fear of missing out, timing, being afraid to miss the move, stuff like that. I mean, if I do miss the move, that honestly really does suck. But
Yeah.
you can't do anything about it. Just go on to the next.
Yeah, no, absolutely. A very mature attitude towards it. And 100% agree with you on that. It is like an ongoing battle for, traders even who've been in the market for like 20, 30 years. They still to this day, they have to on a daily basis battle FOMO and revenge trading's another big one. So it never truly goes away, but there are ways you can kind of control it. You just have to be a bit more disciplined in your daily life. And do you find it do you feel you're quite a disciplined person in general? Like do you like outside of trading as well? If you say to yourself, look, I'm gonna hit the gym every day, for example, you actually go to the gym or you know,
Yeah, I
yeah,
am. I've honestly always been that kind of person. Like, if you ask anybody close to me, I am a boring person, which does like synergize with being disciplined, in my opinion.
absolutely. Well, I guess that makes it a little bit easier for you as well, because some people they're not naturally that disciplined, and they have it the hardest, I would say. So, but yeah, no, very good stuff, very good stuff. So let's talk a little bit about Ola Prime, and your experience so far. So you've obviously had a payout with us. You have a 100K account. How was
Yes.
the whole process from, signing up, the challenge phase, to getting funded, to getting your payout? How's your experience been?
It was honestly as smooth as it can be. I mean, it couldn't have been any smoother than what it was. I got the challenge. I got the credentials immediately. The trade execution is perfect in my opinion. Like the spreads are tight. The commission. I mean, there actually isn't even any commissions on gold. I'm pretty sure. Um, and yeah, and then after I passed the challenge, I immediately got the email to sign the contract and all that stuff. Like it's great. It really is.
Awesome, awesome. And how did you come across Solar Prime? Do you remember how you found us? Was it through social media or?
It was actually like like it from my community. Like I have like a little bit of a trading community, of friends and stuff like that, and it just it gets
Uh,
talked about in circle.
oh, amazing. Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff to hear. And obviously, we're very big on the on quick payouts, on the speed of our payouts.
Oh
How
yeah.
how how fast was it for you? How impressed were you?
It wasn't an hour in my case because I had to get invited to Rise and all that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So it was about 10 hours, I would say. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so.
No, fair play, fair play. But I guess the next one that will be super quick now that you've got all that set up. So awesome
Yeah,
stuff. Um,
that's
so what
awesome,
what
dude.
what made you get into a prop firm rather than just trade your own funds? Or do you still trade your own funds as well, or
Yeah,
are
I
you
do actually. Yeah,
exclusively prop?
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
do.
And do you feel that prop firms, um, you know, which one would you put more emphasis on? Like if you were a beginner and you had to tell a beginner, hey, look, you're getting into trading, trade your own capital or go with a prop firm. Which one would you probably recommend for a beginner to
Ooh,
do?
I have had a lot of and I mean really bad experiences with problems that are super, super stressful because
Yeah,
the element of having things out of your control, it truly does suck. But the capital difference is just massive. It's absolutely massive. So
yeah.
I would have to go with prop firms.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, obviously, I should probably quote reputable, good prop firms. There are obviously shady ones out there that is
Yeah.
not recommended, but yeah, with a good prop firm, I mean, it's just what we see a lot of people doing. It's a great strategy. Is they build up their capital, they get prop payouts, and then they use, not all of it, but they put money into their actual, own cash accounts and then trade that
Yes.
alongside as well. And that actually helps them grow.
Mhm.
And then you'll see in many cases, people after, even just a year or two trading prop, they've now got the same amount of capital that they have on the prop firm, but in their own cash account. And it's obviously naturally, if your own cash account, you can be a bit more lenient with the risk rules. We wouldn't recommend it, but a lot of people, they're a bit more lenient. And you don't have that risk of losing your account if you go over a certain
Yeah,
percentage or something, right? So it
that's
is a
right.
bit more
That's right.
flexible, but obviously you are actually risking your own money in that case. So, but what's the future like for you? What have you got planned for the future? So you have a 100K account with us. Are you looking to get more accounts, scale it? What's it look like?
I'm look I'm definitely looking to get max allocated with you guys, which I believe is 300,000. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure. yeah, so that's the my next goal. I got one. I am taking a couple challenges at the moment, so hopefully they pass. If not, we'll just keep on going. So
Amazing,
that's the main goal.
amazing. Definitely, definitely. It sounds really good. Well, Emil, one last question, then I'll let you go. Naturally, there's a lot of beginners going to be watching this. They're going to be wishing they're in your position. What would be the one best bit of advice you could give to someone watching right now who's struggling with trading?
I would say if you're struggling with trading, get out of the 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, an hour, and stick to getting really good at your directional buys, I guess you could say, the macroeconomic view. Like really focus on like what trading actually even is in the first place, instead of just looking at candlesticks go up and down. I feel like that for me was the biggest breakthrough for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, very well said. Well, Emil, thank you so much for taking the time and talking to me today. Truly do appreciate it. I know it's quite early over there by you,
Yeah.
so thanks again.
Yeah,
And yeah, we're really happy to have you on board. I can't wait to see the progression with you in Ola Prime. It should be awesome, and hopefully we can have you back again at one point as an update interview when you've got more payouts and more accounts, etc. That'll be amazing.
sure,
Thank
sure.
you, Emil.
Thank
Have a
you.
good one.
Thank you, sir. You too,
And
man.
to Thank you. And to all the viewers, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, go ahead, leave a thumbs up, go ahead and subscribe, turn on channel notifications, join our Discord, and also tune in to HPTV every Monday to Friday, where myself and our other trading coaches are breaking down live trades and doing live trading every trading day. So it's really awesome and it's a great little community to be part of. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you again very soon. Take care.
Hola Prime, trade with transparency.